Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self realization. Please subscribe our channel for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita, commentaries by Swami Jyotirmayananda ji, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. Today we are studying chapter number 9, shloka number 19. Lord Krishna continues to guide Arjuna about the deep mystical insights of self realization. Tapamyaham varsham nigranam srujami cha amritam chaiva mrityuscha sadasachaham Arjuna. O Arjuna, it is I who bestows heat in the form of the sun, I who withholds or sends forth the rains. I am immortality, death, existence, as well as non existence. So, very simply, God is saying, I am everything. All this creation comes from me and it dissolves back into me. That is the glory of the divine, by whatever name or form we call it. Moving on to shloka 20. Traividya mam sopamaha puta papa yagyairištva swargatim prarthayante te punyamasadya surendra lokam ashnanti divyan divi deva bhogan. Those who follow the ritualistic portion of the three Vedas and drink the soma juice with their mind sanctified by sacrifice, pray for the enjoyment of the heavenly worlds, and as a result of meritorious deeds, they attain the heavenly kingdom of Devas where they enjoy celestial pleasures. So, here God is saying, if you want to go to heaven and you want to get rewarded for your good deeds, your spiritual efforts, etc., he says, I acknowledge it and I make sure that they get to enjoy those things that they have desired for. Moving on to shloka 21. Te tam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam shine punye martalokam vishanti एवं त्रैधर्ममनुप्रपन्ना गतागतं कामकामालभन्ते. With the exhaustion of their meritorious deeds, having enjoyed the celestial pleasures of the heavens, they return to the mortal world. Thus, the followers of the ritualistic portions of the Vedas, driven by their desires, continue to come and go through repeated embodiments. So, very deep shloka to understand that while basic rituals are necessary to just be caught into the meshes of desires and worldly enjoyments or heavenly enjoyments, is not going to get us liberation. It will guarantee us lots of pleasure, happiness, ecstasy, and all that. But once the karmas, the good karmas exhaust our punyas, merits, then we come back to this mortal world and we continue the experience again and again. That is why sages and saints guide us that it is a great blessing to get a human embodiment. If we are introspective and wise, we have the ability to get liberated, self realized, enlightened in this very life. We should be putting in our sincere effort, but few souls do that, as we see in this current world. But it's a great eye opener, a great indicator, and Gita is demystifying all these deep secrets that most people don't know about. So, all sincere aspirants should put their heart and soul in understanding these deep shlokas. Then shloka number 22. Ananyaschintayanto mam ye janah parayupasate Tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. But those who worship me alone, thinking of nothing else, who are ceaselessly devoted to me, I look after their yoga, I supply that which is already possessed by them, and kshema, I preserve that which they already possess. So, this shloka is an extremely gracious shloka from God, where He is giving us the glories of sincere devotees and His commitment to them. He says, those who worship me alone, meaning they are not running after worldly fame, name, money, pleasures, heavens. They have they understand all those are transient, so they worship only my Brahman form, my form of that one God principle, and they don't think of anything else. Even in their breath there is Nam Japa, whatever their Ishta mantra is, they are totally dedicated and ceaselessly devoted to me. He says, for those aspirants, those yogis, those devotees, I look after that yoga, meaning I supply them with what is not already possessed by them. For example, your next meal, where you would stay, how you would be taken care of. God takes on these responsibilities, and Shema meaning preserving everything that you have so it doesn't get destroyed or lost. Why? Because God is creating an environment for you to move out of this worldly day-to-day stress and move into the deep layers of spirituality and enjoy God's divine name, and He therefore also blesses you back in return. So this is an extremely profound shloka that should move every aspirant. And there are so many, very few people have this level of faith. But on my trip to India, Bharat, I saw so many of these beautiful souls who are bare feet, have nothing but such radiant smiles on their face, with no worry whatsoever, because they have inwardly digested the shloka fully. They understand, and sure enough, they are guided and protected by God's mercy, His grace, His plan. Moving on to shloka 23. ये अप्यन्यदेवता भक्ता यज्यन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः ते अपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम्. Even the devotees of other gods who worship them with faith are in fact worshipping me alone, O son of Kanti, but not in the right way. Because God resides in every sense that we have. In our eyes, there is Surya, the Lord of the Sun. Uh, then in our breath, there is Vayu, air. In our nostrils, there are Ashwini Kumaras, and our hands are Indra, feet are Vishnu, mouth, speaking vocal is fire god. So therefore, whenever we are doing these things, we for our sense gratification, in a way we are giving oblations to these other gods. So God is saying, but we are giving priority only to them, but He's saying it's still reaching me, it is being worshipped to me, because all these creations, the senses, the mind, the body, the intellect, everything is coming from God only. So He says, people who are deluded, they are also worshipping me only, but they simply don't know that deep understanding, they don't have, so therefore they are deluded. Moving on to shloka 24. Aham hi sarvayajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha natu mam bhijananti tatvena tasya vantite. I am the enjoyer as well as the Lord of all sacrifices. Those who worship many gods do not know my true nature. Therefore, they continue to fall into repeated embodiments. So, there God is further clarifying this point, that although everything reaches to this one universal God, but because people are ignorant, they don't know that mystery, they miss out on the real essence of liberation, and they keep getting entangled in the simple joys or pleasures of the world, and therefore they keep coming into repeated embodiments, birth and death, till that cycle finally ends when introspection dawns and they start moving on the path of liberation. Like they say, every river ultimately merges into the ocean, but the journey may be different. Shloka number 25. Yanti devavrata devan pitran yanti pitravrataah bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhyajino apimam. The worshippers of God go to the God. The worshippers of forefathers go to the forefathers, and the worshippers of nature spirits go to nature spirits. But those who worship me come to me. So this is where God is further saying, whatever our thought waves are, whatever we desire, the most we get. So those few aspirants who understand that ultimately it's that one unifying divine energy we call Brahman, or that Om, that is me, and those people come directly to me. The others go to places wherever they have prayed for. So if you're constantly wanting to be united with your departed dog and your departed parents, then you go to them, you go to your forefathers. And those who want to go to pray to the gods, they get that. But rare souls pray only for the divine, the one universal principle. They don't want to come back, they feel they want to get liberated, and then those people go to God. Beautiful shloka. So we will cover the next shloka in tomorrow's satsang. This is Swami Nikhilanand. Hari Om Tat Sat.